welcome to the first Great Green Home Show. Thanks for listening. I'm here with my cohort, Doug.
Hi.
And we want to thank our sponsors first off. That's SunTrust Mortgage, CMI Electric, MyEcoAgent.com, and Energy Services Group. They're the ones that brought this show to you today. Today, we're going to talk about home energy audits. We're going to talk about light bulbs and mercury and a whole bunch of tips that help you save energy. And our guest is Tom Marston from Energy Services Group. So, home energy auditing. Today we're going to tell you what a home energy audit is, why you should have one done in your home, and how to find someone to perform your audit. Next week, we'll discuss some of the upgrades that you want to have done to your home as a result of the audit and explore how to get Uncle Sam, I love that part, to pay for all or portion of these upgrades. We're going to talk a little bit about that today. So first, thanks for joining us, and I want to read a little statement for you that sort of sums up what our show is about. Our intent is to present entertaining, up-to-date, and well-researched information on green topics that will help listeners make informed and educated decisions in the upcoming changing lifestyle environment. Very nice, very long, but what we're trying to say is we're trying to give you good information so you can reduce the cost of energy in your home. Our focus is one of saving money, time, and environment while informing and enriching lives. We want you to be able to keep as close to the lifestyle as you have, and we think we can give you tips that will help you do that. The tone, of course, here is fun and upbeat and helpful information, a lot of technology tips while concentrating on practical solutions and a lot of the evolving technologies which present themselves daily. We do a lot of research and it changes all the time. Doug knows that. He's the stat man.
That's me.
Our intent is to provide this information so that each person can make informed and beneficial decisions for his or her life as it relates to the changing environment, pollution, reduction, and economy. So keep listening, sit back. We'll try to give you information that's easy to digest, easy to use, and help you change and save money and save the environment. All right. So I guess that I really should say that this show that we're going to try to do is about as much about research on relevant topics as it is about change. So let's get into the show, and let's get to the first section. Doug, what do we have?
Well, today we have our green tip of the day, and it's sponsored by CMI Electric. Did you know that using a compact fluorescent light bulb, or as we like to call them CFLs, in any light fixture in your home that you use for more than 2 or 3 hours a day can save you hundreds of dollars on your household electric bill over the course of a decade? While they are a little bit more expensive than traditional incandescent bulbs, the CFLs last up to 10 times longer and use only 1/3 of the energy of their incandescent cousins. This is an amazing statistic, Paul. If every American home replaced just one light bulb with an Energy Star rated CFL, we would save enough energy to light more than 2.5 million homes for a year.
Wow.
And we prevent greenhouse gases equivalent to the emissions of nearly 800,000 cars. In addition, consider these fun facts from Energy Star's website.
I can't wait.
A CFL will save $30 or more in energy cost over the bulb's lifetime.
Okay.
CFLs generate 70% less heat, so they're safer to operate and can cut energy costs associated with home cooling. In addition to other quality requirements, Energy Star rated CFLs must turn on instantly, produce no sound, and fall within a warm color range or be otherwise labeled as providing cooler color tones. CFLs are available in different sizes and shapes to fit almost any fixture for both indoor and outdoor use. Now, there is one caveat. The CFLs contain a small amount of mercury that can leach into the soil at landfills.
I heard that.
The average bulb contains about 5 milligrams of mercury. That's about the size of the tip of a ballpoint pen. To put that in perspective, older home thermometers contain roughly 500 milligrams, and older home thermostats contain as much as 3,000 milligrams. Even so, some manufacturers, like Philips, are working on a low mercury content CFL, and many manufacturers are working on a mercury-free bulb, although we're probably still years away from that one.
Okay.
In either case, the bulbs need to be disposed of properly. Safe disposal requires storing the unbroken bulbs until they can be processed. Usually, one can either bring the bulbs back to the store it was purchased, or Usually, one can either bring the bulbs back to the store it was purchased from and let them handle the recycling, or you can bring them directly to a recycling center. Consumers should seek advice from local authorities. Around here, what you want to do is you want to go to earth911.org Then you put in your zip code, and it'll tell you exactly how to dispose of your CFLs. I do know that all the IKEA stores around here will take the
and
CFLs
so
back.
you can take these bulbs in, and they will properly dispose of the
correct.
mercury, so it doesn't go into the environment.
Correct.
Okay.
Now, it should be noted that coal power plants are the single largest source of mercury emissions into our environment. And according to the EPA, when coal power is used, the mercury released from powering an incandescent bulb for 5 years actually exceeds the sum of mercury released by powering a comparably luminous CFL for the same period and the mercury contained in the lamp.
That's a mouthful. What'd you say? I missed
Okay.
it.
Want to try that again?
No, not the whole thing. Just tell me what you mean.
Basically, the what it takes for us to power a regular bulb,
Right?
the mercury that's produced by powering that bulb is way more than what they use to make, or if we broke the bulb, the
Right.
CFL
and
in
not
a
to
landfill,
not to mention the other things that are off-gassed, like carbon and
et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah. So it's much better to, all in all, even with the mercury and recycling, it's much better to have the CFL in you.
Absolutely, and it's only going to get better from here. And by the way, you do need to get the right bulb for the right job. They're not all created, all CFLs are not created equal. But for more information, you want to go to your local home improvement store, or you can visit Energy Star's website at www.energystar.gov.
And the light went on in my head. That's in-depth and that's up-to-date, and that's what we're going to try to be. And now, for our first segment, sponsored by MyEcoAgent.com, Great and Strange Moments in Green History.
All or a portion of the information contained in the following segment may or may not be true, and all or a portion of it may or may not be fabricated. WILM and its sponsors may or may not be privy to the information contained herein, and they may or may not wish to deny any previous knowledge of the information promulgated in this segment.
It is a little-known fact that in the winter of 1495, Fred da Vinci accidentally discovered the conversion of methane gas to energy while working in a lab with his older and better-known brother, Leonardo. Fred and his trusty pet goat, Quattro Formaggi, had just eaten a hearty meal of beans and pasta fazool when they began working on one of Leo's human flight experiments. Suddenly, there was a release of methane gas from sources unknown while they were working near the Bunsen burner.
Bunsen hadn't been born yet.
Propane torch.
Not for another 400 years.
That fire in the corner that heated the chilly workspace. The resulting explosion propelled both Fred and Quattro through the lab window. Outside onto the local vendor's wagon, which began to roll. The wagon came to rest about 70 feet from its original position, with two lifeless forms still on board. Some weeks after his fatally injured little brother had been laid to rest, Leonardo wrote in his journal, "While I miss Freddie, his accident has given me an idea. If we could only bottle this stuff, Freddie's death will not have been in vain." And the rest, as they say, is green history. All right. For our next section, we're going to do a brief information section, sort of an indoctrination to people. We're going to talk to Tom Marston about federal and state money. So just give us, we've only got about a minute, tell us what the feds give you and what the state does in an overview and maybe a website. Just one for people to go to for some information.
Okay. Paul, the federal government, until the end of this year, 2007, will give you roughly 10 cents back for every energy dollar you invest.
That's not bad.
No. $500 is the maximum you can get, and it's only on your personal home. It's not on the second home. It's not on your kid's home unless they own it.
Okay.
The state will also provide some cash assistance. They have various rebates for new air conditioners, clothes washers, things like that. You can go to the state at Delaware_energy.com, or you can call them at 302-739-1530. You're calling the Delaware Energy office.
Okay.